Hello and welcome to the W. Mason Coach Report with head women's lacrosse coach Shannon Smith. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you for having me today.
Coach, 1-1 week, lost at home to Elon, and then you picked up a big victory on the road at William & Mary. Your thoughts on the first week of conference play for your team?
Yeah, it was really important for us to get the win against William & Mary. A really hard-fought game. William & Mary played really well, and I thought we played really well on the offensive side of the field, not too much on the defensive side of the field, but we were able to put it together and get some good defensive stops at the end of the game when it counted most. And then Elon was definitely a heartbreaking loss. Defensively, we played well, and offensively, we had some struggles. We weren't able to finish our shots, but I think that's what's exciting about this week coming up against our games that we have in our conference is putting a full 60 minutes together and playing well both on the offensive side and the defensive side together. So we're really looking forward to having another challenge and another week to get better together.
Yeah, the Elon game, it seemed like you were fighting an uphill battle the whole game. You finally got it back to 8-7, just couldn't get over the hump. What did you like about your team that you were able to come back to get it to 8-7, but obviously ultimately not able to get the W?
Yeah, it just shows that we're really resilient. That no matter what's going on, we're going to continue to fight. They're a really close group. They're a family. They really get along with one another, and they're very resilient. They're going to have each other's backs out in the field. I just thought that we were coming up with some good stops on defense, but we just were not able to capitalize on offense, and we had some crucial mistakes in some crucial moments. But I think we were able to really learn from that. We sat down a lot on Saturday with the offense, and I think we had some breakthroughs, which allowed us to play really well on Sunday against William & Mary. So kudos to the players for staying together, staying tough, because it's not easy to have a home game on Friday and have a heartbreaking loss, and then having to travel 7 to 8 hours down to William & Mary to get a big win.
Speaking of never being easy, the weather this winter has not been easy for your team. Due to the forecast, you were forced to drive down to William & Mary on Friday night, through the night. Did you feel like that affected you guys at all, or were you able to look past as you got into Sunday?
Yeah, it was definitely a really, really long weekend. We allowed the players to really sleep in. I think the most important thing for us was after we were able to sleep in and they were able to get some rest, it was nice driving down the night of on Friday instead of having to sit on bus all day on Saturday. So there was definitely a positive with that. But, they're a group that, like I said, they have a mindset that no matter what is thrown at them, they're going to figure out their way around it. And I thought that we were very focused on Saturday with our game planning, and we just have some minor changes we got to make defensively to prepare us for this weekend.
William & Mary game, team had a couple 4 or 5 goal leads. William & Mary came back. You got a huge goal late that you didn't know was going to be huge from Alexa Matera. And then in overtime, Katie with the game winner. Just talk about Alexa and Katie and their efforts late, and just overall your team's offense in that game.
Definitely. First off, I think the most important thing that Alexa and Katie Whalen did for us, and along with Darcy Smith, was our draw controls. Their draw controls on Sunday against William & Mary was huge. And then Alexa really stepped up for us offensively with some key goals for us, and Katie Whalen, the poise as a freshman in overtime to get her defender hung around that cage, see that come around with a left hand to be able to put that low around the goalie on the crease, really just shows the confidence that she has in herself and the confidence that the team has in her. It was a huge play, and I'm really excited that Katie was, took advantage of that moment in that play to score that goal for us.
Yeah, you mentioned the draw controls between Alexa and Darcy, combined 12 in the William & Mary game. Darcy's just been a great find in that draw control area about the last month of the season. What has gone so right for her and Alexa as well?
Yeah, first off, Darcy, you get to know her as a person. She plays with a lot of heart. She's a very determined kid, very strong-minded, and really mentally tough. You tell her to do something, she's going to figure it out. Doesn't matter if the girl's faster than her, quicker than her. Darcy's going to play with a lot of heart in that situation and really get there. And you can see that the game was tied 9-9 at one point, and we were just about to call a timeout. I looked at Darcy. I saw that they were changing their draw girls. I knew Darcy was doing well. And we put the ball into open space, and it was a foot race for it. And I just knew that Darcy was going to get it because that's how much heart she plays with, and she was able to capitalize and get that. And then Alexa, she's a freak athlete. She puts that ball on the ground. She's very determined to get it, and she'll put her body on the line for the team, and she works really hard in between the 30s for us.
So 1-1 in conference play, heading to obviously they're all important at this point. Huge weekend this weekend. You host Delaware on Friday and then Drexel on Sunday. Senior Day Sunday, for those who It's not the final home game; it's the final conference game.
Yep.
Talk about your senior class, the 8 people that will be honored before the game on Sunday.
Huge. This senior class has meant a lot. It's actually the first class that we actually recruited as a coaching staff here that played for the full 4 years, our first recruiting class. So I think it's been really fun just to watch them grow up as a class and also individually from when they were freshmen to where they are now as seniors. I think that they really helped us make this culture change and where our program is going in the future. And we're just really excited to be able to celebrate them. And I think the best thing that we can do for the senior class as a team is to get them 2 big wins this weekend.
Speaking of 2 big wins, what will it take to beat Delaware and Drexel this weekend?
I think really knowing our game plan and really winning the draw controls, having possession of the ball for our offense is going to help. Defensively, really tightening up a little bit. But I think more importantly, when it comes down to this type of the season, it's really going to come down to who's going to make the best play and who's going to make the best play at the end of the game, who's going to make that smartest play, but who's going to want it more. Drexel, Delaware, and us are all going to want to win this weekend. It's just who's going to want it more when we step on the field.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
And good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us in the W. Mason Coach Report with head women's lacrosse coach Shannon Smith.